Next, we'll discuss leveler processing model. Atkinson-Shiffrin models was criticized on various grounds. Like Atkinson-Shiffrin model proposed that memory has separate storage system and information travels from one state to another. But this concept was criticized by very many psychologists. One criticism comes from the case study of Cave. Cave, he was a person who made an accident and he suffered from damage in the brain. So it was observed that his short-term memory was impaired, but his long-term memory was intact. Now the question is, if memory travels from STM to LTM as proposed in the stage model, then how can Cave has damage in the long-term model, but Cave has damage in the short-term model, but his LTM was intact. So from this question, the second model of memory comes, that is level of processing model. So now we'll discuss this leveler processing model. Leveler processing model was given by Craig and Lockhart in 1972. According to this model, the way we process the information play important role in memory. So this theory suggests there are three ways by which we analyze or process information. This is shallowest level, intermediate level and deepest level. Shallowest level means when we process information in terms of structure. Intermediate level means when we process information in terms of sound, and deepest level means when we process information in terms of meaning. So let me give you one example and explain these three processes. So suppose I want to remember memory. So if I do shallow level processing, then I will only see the structure of the word and try to process the information. But if I use intermediate level, then I will process information in terms of the sound, how we can pronounce the word memory, how many letters are there, like this. But if I use deepest level processing, I will look for the meaning, like what is the meaning of memory. That memory means what are the features of memory. Like memory means storing information. Memory means using information, reproducing the information. So that is the deepest level of processing. So information which are processed in shallow level or intermediate level are fragile and easily we can forget them easily. But if we process the information in terms of meaning, then we can remember the information for a long period of time. So if I want to remember the word memory, and if I use shallow level processing, like only perceive the structure, or I use intermediate processing which is only perceive the sound, then it will not be possible for me to remember the word for a long period of time. But if I use the deep level of processing, that is we process the thing in terms of meaning, I try to understand the meaning of the word, then I will be able to remember it for a long period of time. Next, we'll discuss different types of long-term memory. Now, long-term memory can store large amount of information, but long-term memory is not a single system. It has many different subdivisions. So now we'll discuss them. The first one, so long-term memory can be classified as declarative memory and procedural non-declarative memory. Declarative memory further divided into episodic memory and semantic memory. Declarative memory are the memory which contain informations about fact, events, life episode. So if I say what I did in my last summer vacation, or if I say if I say what I did in my college days, or if I share my experience, or if I share my childhood experience, or if I can say the important dates, like which day is the Independence Day, which day is the Republic Day, which day is the Gandhi birthday, then these all informations are stored in the declarative memory. Now, Tulving proposed there are two types of declarative memory, episodic and semantic. Episodic memory, they contain personal information, personal details, like our experience of last summer vacation, or our college experience of our college lives, our childhood experience, like this. So these are all episodes or personal informations, and obviously these are personal information, so some kind of emotions and feelings are attached with it. Like whenever I recall about my college days or about my childhood experience, obviously that will bring some pleasurable feeling in me. Or whenever I recall some negative experience of life. Maybe I met an accident and I recall that negative experience. So that can generate fear, that can generate sadness, like this. So episodic memory always contain emotions. Episodic memory are also easier to forget. So we have forget many life events, many things in our life. So many episodes of our life. Uh, so episodic memory are susceptible to forgetting. The second one is semantic memory. Semantic memory generally contain general awareness and knowledge, like knowledge about facts, events, historical events, name of important persons, scientists, which are universal truth. So this memory are not personal memory, so emotions are not attached with it. Like if I discuss a theory, सपोज सपोज मैं फ्रॉड का थ्योरी डिस्कस कर रही हूँ, सो दैट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन तो सिमेंटिक मेमोरी में स्टोर होता है, लेकिन इसके साथ कोई इमोशन अटैच नहीं होता है. सपोज आई एम डिस्कसिंग डिफरेंट फैक्ट लाइक, और आई डिस्कसिंग डिफरेंट साइंटिफिक फैक्ट, सो उसके साथ भी कोई इमोशन अटैच नहीं होता है क्योंकि ये फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन है. जनरली सिमेंटिक मेमोरी वी डू नॉट फॉरगेट, दे आर नॉट ससेप्टेबल टू फॉरगेटिंग. The next one is procedural memory. Procedural memory means it contains the information about how to do different kind of tasks. जैसे कि कैसे ड्राइविंग करते हैं, कैसे साइकिल चलाता है, कैसे कुकिंग करते हैं, कैसे स्विमिंग करते हैं. So all the information, all the memories, this kind of memories are stored in the procedural memory. Now we'll discuss some other type of long-term memory. The first one is flashbulb memory. Flashbulb memory are those memories. These memories are like photographs. So the memories are the situation was so arousing, so surprising that we stored the image instantly, and we can see the image, we can recall the image whenever we want. Second one is autobiographical memory. Autobiographical memory है personal memories. सम पर्सनल मेमोरी हम लोग बहुत अच्छे से याद कर सकते हैं, सम पर्सनल मेमोरी हम लोग ठीक से याद नहीं कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंस बहुत सारे हैं जो हम लोग को याद नहीं है. जनरली रिसर्च में देखा गया है कि जो एक्सपीरियंस हम लोग का एडल्टहुड में होता है, अर्ली एडल्टहुड में होता है, वो मेमोरी हम लोग को बहुत अच्छे से याद होता है. सो दिस आर ऑल ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल मेमोरी. Now I'll discuss another type of memory which is called implicit memory. Implicit memories are those memory which are formed without our consciousness, without our awareness, but they can influence our behavior. So ऐसा होता है कि हम लोगों को पता ही नहीं किस मेमोरी मैंने फॉर्म कर लिया, लेकिन वो हम लोग को जो बिहेवियर है, एटीट्यूड है, उसको अफेक्ट करता है. इसको बोलते हैं इम्प्लिसिट इसको बोलते हैं इम्प्लिसिट मेमोरी. जैसे कि एक्सपेरिमेंट में क्या हुआ था, ब्रेन डैमेज, कुछ पेशेंट था जिन लोग का ब्रेन डैमेज हुआ था, उन लोगों को एक लिस्ट दिया गया था वर्ड के लिए. सो उन लोगों ने वो लिस्ट देखने के बाद उन लोगों को पूछा गया था कौन सा वर्ड उन लोगों को याद है. लेकिन उन लोगों ने बता नहीं पाया. लेकिन उसके बाद जब उन लोगों को बोला गया कुछ वर्ड कंस्ट्रक्ट करने के लिए कुछ लेटर देके, तो वो लोग जो वर्ड उसने ओरिजिनल लिस्ट में दिखा था वो वही वर्ड को उन लोगों ने कंस्ट्रक्ट किया. सपोज ओरिजिनल लिस्ट में अगर उन लोगों ने गार्डन देखा, तो उन लोगों को पूछा गया तुम जी से कोई वर्ड बोलो, तो वो लोग गार्डन ही बोला. So here the person is not aware that he has a form memory of that particular thing, but that is influence his behavior. So this is called implicit memory. Now we'll discuss some methods of memory measurement. The three methods we'll discuss here. The first one is free recall or recognition. So it is used to measure fact and episodic memory. So suppose in this memory what happened that in our experiments, the experimenter presented a list of words to the participant, and then the first participant after some time have to tell which words were there in the list in any order. एंड फ्री रिकॉग्निशन में क्या होता है, पार्टिसिपेंट को पहले एक लिस्ट दिया जाता है, जो लिस्ट उसके बाद उन लोगों को कुछ देर बाद वो लिस्ट दिया जाता है, और एक लिस्ट दिया जाता है जिसमें ओरिजिनल लिस्ट का जो वर्ड्स है वो भी रहता है, कुछ डिस्ट्रक्टर वर्ड रहता है जो ओरिजिनल लिस्ट में नहीं था ना. पार्टिसिपेंट को क्या करना पड़ता है, उन लोगों को बोलना पड़ता है कि वो जो सेकेंड लिस्ट में उसमें से कौन कौन वर्ड पहले वाला जो ओरिजिनल लिस्ट में उसमें था. So from that, the better they are able to recognize the word, which indicate their memory. Second one is sentence verification task. Sentence verification task is used to measure semantic memory. We all know that semantic memory of factual information, we don't forget them. So in sentence verification tasks, this kind of items are used. Like students are asked this kind of questions and they have to write is it true or false. Like in the first question, they have to identify whether it is a capital letter or not. Or in the second one, they have to say whether the word clear rhyme with the word five, yeah, true or false, like this. So this is sentence verification task. The third one is priming. Priming is used to know the implicit memory. We all know implicit memory means when we form memory without our conscious awareness. So in priming, what experimenter does, first a list is presented which contain words like playground, garden, house, like this. In the second situation, experimenter presented two lists. In one list, there are parts of the words which are presented in the first list, like maybe PLA, GAR, like this. And the second list, there are parts of words which were not present in the first list. So it was observed that participants were can remember the can form the words easily, or can form the words from the list one easily than the word from the list two, because list from the first sorry words from the first list they have exposed before, दे हैव सीन द वर्ड रिपल, उन लोगों ने पहले ये वर्ड देखा था पहले लिस्ट में, इसलिए जो फर्स्ट लिस्ट में है उसमें से जो वर्ड्स है वो लोग इजीली उसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन सेकंड लिस्ट का वर्ड उसने नहीं देखा, इसलिए उन लोगों को थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है. लेकिन अगर पार्टिसिपेंट को पूछा जाता है कैसे क्यों वो लोग कैसे करते हैं, वो लोग एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाते, वो लोग कहते हैं कि उन लोग ने गेस किया. So they are developing memory, but they are not aware of that. They are not aware of that fact.